radio and calls the Dalai Lama of all parking lot attendants, who comes squealing up in his little red truck. Apparently they give them to him. He hops out of the truck like he's gonna do something. He immediately recognizes me, and you see this big, oh shit, wash over his face. He literally shoves this kid out of the way and starts apologizing. He said, "Mr. White, I am sorry." I said, "Listen, this kid's not doing his job. He's an insolent little piece of shit, and he needs to have his ass reamed." He goes, "Mr. White, he's gonna have his ass reamed by me and my boss's boss." And I was like, well, I had no idea the chain of command went that deep in the parking lot. He said, "Mr. White, let us take your Range Rover. We'll wash it for you. We'll fill it up with gas. We'll park it, no charge." I said, "Don't park it here. I don't want this little prick to key it." He said, "We'll park it on the other side." And I said, "Fine." So I go have a nice lunch and take more pain pills. Getting a little better mood. Just had my gums scraped, you know. So I walk outside and my Range Rover is shining like a new penny, and I hop in and I fire it up and it's full of gas, and I could have left. But instead I drove back over there where that kid was. I rolled down my window and he rolled down his window, and I went, "How'd that work out for you? Pretty good?" And here's the moral of that story: don't fuck with me when I hadn't been drinking. Pulitzer Prize-winning author Norman Mailer died last year at the age of 84 years old. For the last 60 years of this man's life, he drank to excess every day. He was married 6 times. He smoked pot. He stabbed his second wife. And I've never read one of his books, but I got to tell you, I'm a huge fan. We've had a blast since we've been here, man. I tell you, we went out last night. I got so drunk. I woke up this morning and somebody had shit my pants. I don't know who it was, but I know he eats corn. And cake. Corn cakes, I think is what it was. I just got back from Europe. I took my son Tater Tot to Europe. We were in Spain during the running of the bulls, but we didn't go to the event because we couldn't figure out why you would. The people that we know that live there were pitching this really hard, and they said that this event's been going on for over 500 years. And I'm like, what? Really? And they explained it to us. Apparently 540 years ago, a bunch of gay sailors in white suits with red scarves got all fucked up and turned loose the cattle and tried to, I'm paraphrasing. They got all fucked up, tried to get out of the way and couldn't, and it ended up, the town was such a borehole that compared to everything else that was going on there, this seemed like fun, and they kept doing it for 540 years. And like, I still don't want to go. And this year, 2 people died, and they said it was a huge tragedy. But I think before you call something a huge tragedy, I think you need to first determine exactly which 2 people died. Maybe it was 2 people we didn't need. They weren't very bright, I can tell you that for sure. This year, a bunch of Spaniards stood up and said the event should be canceled forever because it's so dangerous. I'm like, it took you 540 fucking years. Hey, fuck that, man. Have 2 a week. We changed the name from the running of the bulls to the thinning of the herd. We'll have the final event at Talladega, call it the dodging of the NASCARs. You ready? Go. Vroom, pop. They're quick, aren't they? You might want to turn your wipers on, Dale. We were in London for 2 days, and I was afraid I hadn't allotted enough time to see London because it's one of my favorite cities with so much tradition and history. And we were going to get a cabbie to take us around and show us the sights, and I thought I probably should have allotted more time. But if you get a cab driver in London that's a Scottish nationalist, which is somebody that believes that Scotland and England should have no ties whatsoever, they go home every night, watch Braveheart and beat off. Mel Gibson's hitting another guy. If you get a Scottish nationalist for a cab driver in London, you can see that city in about 10 minutes. I wouldn't go to Buckingham Palace if they paid me. I changed out my guards just for pussies and what it is. What? Are we going to see Big Ben? I told you to look to the left, you look to the right, I'm getting paid by the mile on the minute. What? Whatever, dude. What's this building? It's your fucking hotel, get out. Well, what are we going to do with the other day and 3/4? Because the food's awful. It is awful, too. They took us to a place called the Fox and the Hound, and I'm pretty sure that's what we were eating. I don't know which one they were serving that night, but I can tell you this, it needed ketchup. And they didn't have any ketchup. I wanted to take my son to see St. Paul's Cathedral, the second largest cathedral in the world, and it was closed because the next day was the Queen's birthday. I'm like, well, this is a church. Jesus doesn't take a day off because this woman aged. What if this were the day I wanted to give my life to Christ? It wasn't. But what if it would have been? I'd have been screwed, that's what. I have no idea what you'd ever get the Queen of England for her birthday. That's got to be a tough old broad to shop for, doesn't it? I bought my wife a breast implant for her birthday, and I've never been a big fan of plastic surgery, but I got to admit, I've had a lot of fun playing with these things. I haven't given them to her yet. I just keep them on my tour bus and just rub them in my face. I'm glad they clean up easy. What? I'm just glad they're not made out of corduroy. That's all I'm saying. I'd have to have them Scotch guarded. I find it a little ironic that the product that I use to keep from ruining my sofa should I spill my drink on it is actually called Scotch Guard. Sometimes things just work out perfect. Yeah, I'm looking for a product that'll protect my sofa should I spill my scotch on it. What do you have? We've got Scotch Guard. Yeah, let's go with that. Do you have Vodka Guard? How about Sperm Guard? It's a busy couch. I found out when I got back from Europe that I was being sued by a paper plant. That's what the lawyers are for. I don't know if you've ever driven by a paper plant, but the byproduct of the manufacture of paper in this country is a stench so foul it will knock you to your ever-loving knees. Crown Paper in Houston, Texas is suing me because I said on stage in Houston, Texas that Crown Paper was making the town stink. Like I let some big cat out of the bag. Oh, we didn't know it stunk till you brought it up, Ron. Come to think of it, it smells like a hard-boiled egg fart in this town. Is that somehow your fault, Mr. White? The reason I brought it up, I'm from Houston, and as a child, I lived literally in the shadow of this paper plant. And as a child, I thought the whole world smelled like that. I didn't know. And the first time my family went on vacation to another city, I was amazed. I was like, what's that delicious smell? Oh, God, that smells like heaven and flowers mixed together. What is it? That's a sewer treatment facility. That's fetid shit. You should bottle that, send it to Houston. People can rub a little under their nose. Walk right by that paper plant without throwing up their fucking lunch. And we found a new use for fetid shit. I think we all win. Actually, the reason I brought it up, I'm from Houston, I don't live there anymore, and I was just back in town doing some shows, and one morning I was reading the Houston Chronicle, and there was an article in the paper about that particular paper plant, and it said in the article that depending on which way the wind was blowing, that 2 million people could smell the stench produced by this one paper plant at a time. That is a big odor. If it was music and 2 million people could hear it, they'd make them turn it the fuck off. Because it's a smell, it's okay? No, it's not okay. Find a way to make paper that doesn't stink. It's not like you're trying to make catfish bait out of cabbage, goddammit. You're making paper out of wood. Paper doesn't stink, wood doesn't stink. You're doing something to make it stink. Fucking quit. That's me dancing on my soapbox. I love this country. I consider myself a patriot. I met my first wife during the Vietnam War. She was from this quaint little village outside of Phnom Penh. I can never pronounce that word. Vancouver. It's not true. Funny, but it isn't true. I love this country. I do what I can to support our troops no matter what they've been asked to do. I don't have to agree in advance with the mission to support the young men and women who do my bidding. Last year I went on a UFO tour. UFO. That's good, Ron. I went on a UFO tour, which not a lot of comedians are asked to do. Because the jokes translate so poorly from one planet to the next. These are legal aliens. But oddly enough, they still speak Spanish. I went on a USO tour, and I'll tell you the difference. Earthlings. I was in Germany for 10 days doing shows for troops going into and coming out of Iraq and Afghanistan, and they asked me to go to Iraq, and I was like, fuck you. I'm not going to that shithole. I'm 50 and fat. I'll get shot. I couldn't dodge a goddamn donut if you threw it.
Here's my Dr. Phil story. Every year, Doc and his family rent a yacht for 12 days in the Mediterranean, and that's their vacation. And it's the only way he can get away, you know, because he is the most famous person in America. He's the most recognizable face, 6'4", bald dome head, porn mustache. You can spot him from any fucking where. And because he seems so approachable on television, and he really is approachable, I mean, he's a sweetheart of a dude, but people are always, anytime he goes out in public, they're just, oh, what about this? And that's fine at first, but eventually it will eat the skin off your fucking bones if you can't walk out of your house without somebody going, hey, my brother-in-law was all fucked up in the head, and I was wondering if you could just sit out for just a second. Come back here, asshole! And that's exactly how it happens. I've seen it, and so that's what they do. Well, this summer, my wife and I went on vacation to France and Monaco, and I need a break too. Sometimes I do 140 cities a year. I do more dates than any other comic, more cities than any other comic working the day because I just love fucking doing it. And 20 minutes from now, nobody's gonna give a fuck about what I have to say. So. While they do, I believe I'll do a lot of shows. Hey. So we're in France and Monaco and having a great time, man. We're just I'm really in love with my wife. She's so talented. We have a fun life together, and we're there. And then one day the phone rings and it's Doc, and he goes, "Aren't you guys in Monaco?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "We're going to be in Monaco tomorrow. Why don't you come party on the yacht?" And I said, fuck yeah. Which is what you say if somebody says, you want to come party on the yacht? You go, fuck yeah. In fact, let's try it one time. You want to come party on the yacht? Fuck yeah. I don't have a yacht. So I was like, yeah, fuck, this is great, man. We're excited. We were down there. We were staying at the Fairmont Hotel overlooking the little yacht harbor in Monaco. Very cool place. And we were down there looking at the yachts the day before, going, wouldn't it be cool if you knew somebody that had one of these things? You could just hop on it and fucking throw it the fuck down. And it's everybody's yacht, man. This is yacht heaven. This is Steve Wynn's yacht, Prince Albert of Monaco's yacht. This is that Russian dude with the tiny giraffes. Anyway, they're coming in at 6:30 the next evening. So the next morning we wake up, or next afternoon we wake up and we go have this amazing lunch. And we're drinking this fucking great wine from France, probably. That'd be my guess if I had to guess, and I did have to guess. France. And we were just having a great day, sex, and just a fucking, and then we go down to the fucking harbor that evening at 6:30. Sure enough, Doc's backing in a 165-foot yacht. I'm not sure that's how they do it, but. Maybe. So the only way to get on the yacht is to walk on this gangplank to get on the yacht. And I'm walking on the gangplank going, nobody's stopping me. And we get on the yacht, and there's our friends from California halfway around the world. Are you fucking kidding me? How much fun are we having? I'm hugging everybody. There's a bunch of people on the yacht. Anytime I'm hugging you and I'm in a strange place, what I'm really doing is looking over your shoulder trying to find a bar. That's why I'm turning you. And I see the bar, and right in the dead front center of the bar is a bottle of famous black grouse, which is a Scotch I started drinking when I was in Scotland for the Open Championship at Turnberry. And you start looking at what the Scots drink, and that's what they drink. And I'm like, oh, fuck, yes. And there they had a bottle of it on the fucking, it's kind of hard to find. And the bartender poured me a big old glass of whiskey, way bigger than this one. And I'm like, I'm in such a great mood. It tasted better than I'd ever tasted any fucking scotch ever. I'm like, oh, good Lord. What is that? That tastes like butter honey aged in Lindsay Lohan's pussy. It tasted so good, I decided to skip dinner and just have a couple more of them. I'm gonna scare me up another one of these. That's one of them. How about one more? All right. I hadn't had a drink since lunch. I was fucking thirsty. I was going at it, you know. And Doc noticed I was really drinking hard, and he goes, "Boy, you're really drinking tonight, Ron." I said, "Yeah, Doc, some nights it just tastes like spring water." He goes, "Why don't you just drink spring water, Ron?" I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor. So this is going on for fucking hours. Now they really love Margot. They really love my wife, Margot. Margot's sung on Dr. Phil's show a few times, and they go everywhere to see her. And Margot's a 4.5 octave classically trained opera singer that sings rock and roll and jazz and whatever. She's been singing here for years. And Robin McGraw loves to goad my wife into singing, and my wife loves to be goaded into singing. So they make a great little fucking team. And so we're on the back of this yacht, and Robin goes, "Come on, Margot, sing for us." And Margot gets up. There's people on the back partying on all these yachts, and there's bars on the pier, people out there. And Margot gets up and she sings. They love jazz in France and Monaco. They have jazz clubs all over the place. And she gets up and she sings a jazz standard at full voice, which I don't get to hear her sing at full voice. She sings around the house, but not at full voice. And when she sings at full voice, it makes me cry. And oh no. And she finishes the first song at full voice, and people stand up on the back of all these yachts and start cheering. They go, "Yeah!" And I'm like, "Oh, how cool is this, man? They really dig jazz." I forgot how much they dig jazz. She gets up and sings another song, fucking screaming. And then people are gathering up around the back of the boat. And by song 4, there's 400 people behind the boat listening to her sing. You could hear a pin drop, just like this, pin drop. And she's just killing it. And I have a little secret. I am fucking hammered, man. I am so drunk. I can't even believe it my fucking self how drunk I am. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Oh. And I'd get a drink and I'd take one little sip out of it and I'd talk to somebody and I'd look back and it's empty. I'm like, anybody else drinking out of this glass? Miscalculation. Anyway, she does, I don't know, 7 or 8 songs, and she goes, "Okay, guys, that's enough." And she sits down, and Doc goes, "Well, Ron, you want to do something?" Now, I got to preface this with he's on vacation with his best friend and head lawyer and his wife, Mary Pat, and they're Baptists from Dallas, and they're a little fucking straight. And they're about to find out my secret. About 20 years ago, I was doing a bit that was so vile that I only did it for about a week, and I just quit doing it. I'm like, this is not the direction I want to take my crowds or my show. And I have no idea why I picked that night to dust her off and take her for a spin. Yachts are pulling up anchor on both sides of us as fast as they can pull them up. They're leaving the harbor so fast there's a surfable wake. There's a stampede of tiny giraffes diving off the pier, swimming towards the ocean in certain death. People are pulling their kids off the pier. I went, "I don't think they heard me. I'm going to do it again." Doc goes, "That's enough out of you, Ron." And Margot's tapping me out. You ever been tapped out? Come on, baby, it's time to go. She's seen it. "Come on, honey, let's just go back to the hotel. It's time for us to go. Come on, baby. Baby, let's just go back to the hotel. Come on, Ron. It's, no, and I speak fluent drunk. That means I don't know why you want to leave. I'm having a perfectly good time. Turns out there was a consensus. I'm like, okay, I'll leave. Now, the only way to get off the ship is to walk back off that gangplank, and at the end of the gangplank, there's an 18-inch drop-off, and my wife's in front of me, Margaret's in front of me, and I get to the end of the gangplank, Doc goes, big step, Ron. I said, thanks, Doc, thinking I'd made a big step towards something. Fuck, I don't know. He's a big psychologist, not me. It's amazing how much speed you could pick up in 18 inches. It's nothing like falling over on the same level that you're already on. I slammed down to that fucking pier. I landed square on this elbow, dislocated this shoulder, put a 4-inch gash down the back of my arm, and I was so drunk I just bounced off that pier. Fade to black. I wake up the next morning with the shoe buddies. All I can do is lay there in bed and go, shoe buddy. I can't move my shoulder. My shirt stuck to my arm with blood and giraffe hair and whatever the fuck else you find on a pier. Shoe buddy. I have a wet Jolly Rancher in my armpit. Sour apple. Had to cut it out with a pair of scissors. You almost can't eat them after that. Shoe buddy. I slowly opened my aching fucking eyes. And there's Margot. What happened? You got really drunk last night, Ron. What'd I do? Well, you did the tits fucking Mamie Eisenhower story. Did Mary Pat laugh? Mary Pat left is what Mary Pat did. Shoot, buddy. You think they're gonna invite us back over to party on the yacht today? Because I don't know what's gonna happen now, Ron. I don't know. Walks out of the room, slams the door. And I just start berating myself. I'm like, why do you do that, Ron? Why do you get so drunk and ruins things for other people? Why can't you just drink like a regular goddamn person? Is that too much to ask? You have a wonderful son and a beautiful wife, a great career. Why don't you make some changes in your life that'll make a difference in the long run? And about then the phone rang and it was Doc and he goes, you guys gonna come party on the yacht? And I said, fuck yeah!
you.